Hey everybody, John with Misadventures in Wrenching, and well, I'm at it again. What I can say is don't ever say that you're going to just throw some money at an auction and not expect to win. Miss Terry and I were having a conversation, and we saw an auction, as we sometimes do, on a vehicle that was relisted because we had said it was way too much money the first time. And when it came back out, I said, oh look, it's back on. And it was only going for like $144 at the time. And I said, you know what, I'm going to throw some money at it. We're not going to win. Well, I did, and we did, and we won. So now, for $286 plus fees, I am going to be going to Chino Valley and picking up a 1993 Blazer 4x4 4-door. And the body actually looks in pretty decent shape on this. However, we did not need another project. We didn't need another pound puppy, and we have one. And of course, oh look, vehicle does not run, has blown head gasket, will need to be towed when picked up. Great. So, here we go, once again. Come along for the ride, and we'll go see what we found.
That sounded bad.
That is something I did not expect to find out here on this, or anywhere else for that matter.
Well, we're on our way. We have the U-Haul trailer behind us. This time the setup is a little bit different. Miss Terry is doing what she normally does because she has a real job. Groot the Wonder Dog is with her. I'm bringing my son, Andrew. He's capable of causing as much mayhem as I am.
Not really. Don't believe him.
So, we're on our way to the city of Chino Valley, and I'll continue this when I get there. Well, we've made it almost to Chino Valley, and the problem is that along this stretch, I don't know who thought it was a great idea to put in traffic circles, or what we used to call Jersey circles, because there's like 10 of them, and they're annoying. I guess it's faster than going down and waiting on a traffic light, but you got cars beside you. You got, ooh, it's a sheriff. Cars beside you and cars coming around, and our philosophy when I actually lived in Jersey was take the circle by force, because really that's about the only way you can do it. Anyway, like I said, we're about 5 minutes away. So we're making progress, at least in theory. Okay, first stop, Chino Valley School District. And I'm going to be going in there, meeting up, getting all the title work taken care of, I think. And then we're going to be escorted over to the bus barn. So this actually used to be a school district vehicle. So they never get treated well. Okay, so we are following the school admin to where the transportation department is. I already have title in hand.
I do like Chino Valley. I've been here before. Had family that lived here, so this is kind of all familiar for me. And I do like driving to these upper little rural towns. Elevation up here is getting close to mile high. It's about 5,000 feet, give or take. But it has grown up a lot in the last 10 years. Besides the fact that they have all the traffic circles now. They actually have a lot of businesses out here now. Oh well, that's the way it's getting everywhere. I will add that they have a little different perspective of COVID up in these types of cities. Back down in Phoenix, they want you to wear a mask and everything else. Up here it was, oh, let's check your temperature. Held a thermometer to my head and went, okay, you're fine. Gotta appreciate that. And there's a nice old Chevy pick-em-up. And I see old buses. That's another thing that Miss Terry wants. She wants a school bus for us to convert into a RV.
I'm riding special bus on the side of that thing.
That would be appropriate. Actually, it's behind us. Right? You can see it in the mirror there. So,
I can't see it, but whatever.
I'll document more when I get there. I got to concentrate on backing up. Well, here we are. The tires are flat. Not totally flat though. I think they'll hold enough air to get on. There's no keys. The window is, yeah, not good.
Well, do they want this stuff that's in the back?
I think it's all ours.
Even the bags of whatever this is?
Why does this happen to me? Why can't I have a car with keys? Are these Christmas lights? No, that's horse feed.
Whatever.
We get a horse. Great.
Yeah.
The carpet's definitely done. This must have been an ag vehicle.
Yeah, most likely.
Headliner needs some work. This is definitely in worse shape than my other. But for 260 bucks, give or take, what can you expect? I have an owner's manual. That's a start. Ooh, what did I hear? Oh, huh. Okay. Well, yeah. It went into neutral, reverse, whatever, because it's not locked, and I'm not going to press my luck here, so it's out of gear. Huh. Without the key. And this doesn't lock. So that's weird. Alright, like we did with the Jimmy, we got this all set up. I'm going to have Andrew hit the switch with me as I walk this cable back. Yep, my handy handle here. Actually, stop. The red knob on the right-hand side, or your left-hand side.
What about it?
It should have a free range marking. Okay, we're hooked up. It's at a bad angle at this, but yeah, we'll do okay.
We'll just steer it and get it in there.
Hold on a second. Okay, Andrew's manning the switch. I got it in neutral. Okay, a little bit. Stop. Okay, go ahead. Is it on? Is it on both ramps?
What?
Is it on both ramps?
Got one tire on, the other one's coming on.
Okay. Stop. The only reason I'm stopping is to let that cool off a little bit because it's got a duty cycle.
That's fine. All right.
Did it stop?
Yeah.
Okay. Then it needs. Okay, well, we have resorted to the ratchet strap too. Because that spare tire is, or that flat tire is overcoming the power of the winch, or even after charging. Okay, slowly start to turn it. Well, I'm not real happy because the winch just jammed up on itself, which is why it was kind of, but that's why you bring a come along. We're set. I got to hook these two chains up and then we're good. It is level and on. I wouldn't normally recommend doing that, but it fits. The reason I wouldn't recommend doing it is because it's sitting on top of the brake line, but it's okay. This is just a backup. And if this starts to come off and it catches that chain, I got worse issues than worrying about my brake line. Okay, we're set and ready to go. See you in Stanfield. Okay, we're back. We're at Stanfield. It's actually more daylight. We can actually see what we're doing. Things that Andrew pointed out, that's actually rust over under paint, where that's not. So that's either going to have to be totally smoothed out and covered over, or we get new doors. Probably it's not. I don't see a rust through, so I can probably still fix that. I did feel brake pedal when I was in it earlier, so we'll be okay there. All right. Well, I'm going to take you want to get my air compressor real quick and we'll see if we can plug into the power port there and maybe air these tires up before if we'll go that far.
Yeah.
Well, there's about 5 pounds in this one. But at least it reaches. Okay, one side down, we're working on the other side. I don't know what it is about these, but all of the windows seem to be bad on these. The interior is really not too bad in this. Actually, this is really, except for this piece of piping, I can live with this. But the weird part, like I said, the weird part is that even with the key in the in the locked position, it didn't lock. We've got pieces of bush. We have, oh, okay, it's not horse feed, it's poultry feed. So we can feed chickens. Great. Yeah, that headliner is going to be interesting. I might get some headliner training. At least the glass all looks good. That'd be a bonus. Smell how bad this smells. Actually, to be honest, that smells like real gas. That doesn't smell like varnish. Well, that would be a bonus.
One of the things have been recently a problem then.
That would be nice. What would also be nice is if I could actually open this. Well, this is just awkward, but we're going to actually There's not really, it's tilted forward. My winch is all screwed up to where it won't really unwind itself yet. I'm gonna have to work on that. So we're gonna, yeah, we're gonna use some redneck engineering here, and we're just gonna, between the two of us, push it backwards. It'll roll off the trailer, run into these tires. If not, that back bunker is gonna hit what is front of that, but we're gonna just let it go. We're gonna do the frozen and let it go. Okay, wish us luck. This is a bad idea. Nope. Let's move it forward so that I think the front tires will still be. Because if it stops right here, we'll still be on the ramp, so then we should be able to kick the tires out.
Working on trying to anchor on the tires because they don't have that much weight. At least the bricks will actually have like grip. Oh shit! I'd rather be like that. But I'm glad the bricks were there because they actually helped.
Oops! Well, okay.
It was an educated guess and it worked out fairly well.
Yeah, not so good.
Actually, I consider that good. Could have been a lot worse.
It could have been.
Because it missed enough with the trailer, you just need to pull it straight up.
Yeah, let's do that.
Gotta have to. Worst case, it's going to fall on the. Yeah.
Well, that went better than anticipated. All right, so now we're going to readjust, go that way, and back it into its slot. Well, we opened the hood, and here's what we got. We still got a battery. The gas actually smells fairly fresh. This is supposed to be a bad head gasket, and that is entirely possible. This is the Vortec motor, that was the later one, which is actually, those are kind of cool. It does have anti-lock brakes. I'm going to grab my jumper cables and see if we've actually got any life.
Well, the oil is in a good place and it's not bad condition.
Let's find out.
Well, I can see it right now. It's past the fill line. It's not dark.
No gas in it. The bigger thing is no water in it.
I'm not running it for very long.
Well, you got two different types of head gasket leaks. If you've got one that's going into the oil, it would turn that into chocolate milk. If you've got one that's just between the cylinders, it will overheat.
Well, as soon as I saw the oil, it didn't look contaminated.
But
this is dry.
How did it? You got a hand. Or not. No, I think it's got to go down and then. Or not. Well, I'll be. Okay.
Gotta get the angle.
Nothing in it. So. Now there is always a possibility that they could have misdiagnosed this. I doubt it, because it's actually a government repair facility, and most of the time they're pretty good because they're not trying to rip anybody off. But who knows? I'm going to get some jumper cables and go grab the battery that was meant for the
I'm gonna leave the gasket like
winch,
rear like that.
and we're going to at least put some power to it and see if we get anything. Well, start, try it. starts and runs. This is freaking awesome. Runs good too.
Well, we can't run for too long.
I guess, well, I've got water.
Yeah, we could.
Let's, yeah. Let me, set this down so is there a check engine light on? How much gas does this thing have? Does it show oil pressure? Here's where our tread is. Technically, well, let's do this then. Here. Hold my camera for a bit. Let's see if this actually moves.
I'm getting out of the way a little bit.
Under its own power. Okay. So that, in theory, is too low. No, too high.
It wants to move.
That's amazing. Brakes work.
He's not fooling you. He's going forward on his own, people. Now he's got to see if reverse works.
This thing's solid. I'm speechless. I'm totally speechless. Yep.
Well, this is what happens when you get people to trust their instincts on something. Yeah, it's starting to smoke. The engine is.
Yeah, but that could be stuff just burning off.
Yeah. I got my feeling that's not a good sign, to be honest. Because it's got a unique smell to it.
What's that saying?
On what?
Yeah.
No. It's like 3/8 until it's empty. So you got 3/8 of a tank left.
Oh, okay.
Right hand side.
So what is that? Oh, that must be temperature. I wish I could see. That would be nice.
Well, I don't know where the... Maybe you turn on the headlights?
Well, I was going to. Now, the service engine light did go out for a second.
Well, I do have the radio cap off, so that might be another reason why it's...
Okay, headlights.
No, they're not on. Service lights came on.
No headlights. Check the back lights.
Yeah, you got brake lights. Try to throw it in reverse.
Do I have, is it just a brake light or
They're coming on like you're hitting the brakes.
right now?
Yeah,
They're off now?
they're off now.
Okay, do you have any lights back there now?
No,
Alright, brake lights?
brake lights are on. Reverse lights, both of them. Yeah, I can smell it, or I can feel the heat with my nose.
Well, it might be the thermostats now.
Oh yeah, most of it's come from behind the engine,
Ooh,
so
that's hot though.
trying to pull it through. But it's not pulling it through. but we know it's able to start and run.
Exactly.
So that's actually a plus.
That is a huge plus. Well, the blower works.
I mean, like I could hear the blower motor, but I don't know if the AC would be running. I can't tell.
Well, it's staying at 190.
You know, I think you might be right. It might be a misdiagnosis.
Well, I don't know.
I'm thinking that there's a different issue.
Well, it could be. I mean, it's still starting to get warm.
Well, could be like what you talked about with the thermostat. Because
Did the fan kick on?
I feel air pulling through.
Yeah, it's got a clutch fan on it.
Yeah, it's running. Something's being thrown at me.
All right. Let's see. Camera for a second.
Whatever I felt was kind of like droplets, so.
Well, yeah, and it might be still coming out of this a little bit,
Maybe.
or up here.
Whatever it was just playing.
Well, everybody, amazing as it is, this one actually runs. So we're going to call it a day on this one. Lock it up. You'll see it on the next adventure. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. We want to keep doing these videos. On behalf of Andrew, myself, and those that aren't here, which would be Terry and Groot the Wonder Dog, thank you for coming along for the adventure, and we will see you in the next time. Bye now. Wow, that's just crazy. Now I'm going to want to drive it.
Hey, I was in my mind, like, looking at the battery, it didn't look that bad, so.
But it's idling good now. You know how it's cycling? It's
Yeah.
not cycling now.
Well, we did have this on. So that might have been what was going on. So the coolant moving over to the reservoir now, too.
Well, that's not necessarily good.
What?
That the coolant is going to the reservoir, because that means that it might be running hot.